How did Shedeur Sanders perform on Day 4 of Browns training camp? Comparing rookie QB's stats with Kenny Pickett and company. How did Shedeur Sanders perform on Day 4 of Browns training camp? Comparing rookie QB's stats with Kenny Pickett and company, how is Shedeur Sanders performing against his Browns competition? It's hard to put into context, but the raw numbers from Friday's practices show Shedeur Sanders is doing pretty well compared to the competition. It's just team drills, but Sanders completed 8 of 11 passes and threw for 3 touchdowns. Joe Flacco, who is the Browns' presumed starter, Kenny Pickett, and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel combined for 18 completions on 33 attempts with 3 touchdown passes. One thing's for sure. The Browns are throwing the ball a lot in the early stages of camp. They have to, so they can decide on a starter. It's been reported that Sanders has been taking snaps with the third team, while Gabriel is with the second. Pickett had been getting the lion's share of the first team snaps, and it's fair to presume Flacco's work also came with the first team. What are the Browns' long-term plans at quarterback? They have Deshaun Watson under contract through 2026, but he is expected to miss the entire 2025 season with a torn Achilles. The Browns retained the 40-year-old Flacco to provide stability to the position, traded for Pickett as a possible starter, and drafted Gabriel and Sanders as developmental talents. It's a pivotal year for the Browns. They hold 2 first-round picks in the 2026 NFL Draft, which is expected to be loaded with top-notch quarterback talent. If they were to strike gold and have Pickett, Sanders, or Gabriel establish themselves as their future quarterback, they could use their draft resources on other positions. There has been much chatter from analysts and NFL observers that they should throw caution to the wind and start Gabriel or Sanders to see whether they have what it takes to be franchise quarterbacks. The Browns are projected to win 4.5 games in 2025, which would put them near the top of the first round and allow them to target Drew Aller, Penn State, Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, Cade Klubnik, Clemson, or Arch Manning, Texas, should they declare for the draft. Regardless, the Browns have plenty of time to consider 2026. Right now, they have around a month to decide on who will be their starter in 2025. The 4th day of Browns training camp dawned with a low mist curling over the practice fields in Berea. Fans pressed against the gates as soon as they opened, eager to catch glimpses of the ongoing quarterback battle that had turned an ordinary July into a saga worthy of headlines. Inside the locker room, Shedeur Sanders laced up his cleats with a quiet intensity. He'd been through doubters before, at Jackson State, at Colorado, but this was the NFL. Every rep was a resume. The stage, high stakes and high heat. By 10 a.m., the air had turned sticky and hot. The quarterbacks went through warm-ups. Kenny Pickett, the newly acquired veteran trying to cement himself as QB1, Dillon Gabriel, the quick-trigger rookie with a knack for improvisation, and Shedeur, the former Colorado star determined to show he belonged. Even veteran observers leaned forward as Stefanski blew the whistle and shouted, "Team drills. Let's see execution." Shedeur's morning session. The first series began with Shedeur under center. The Browns dialed up quick game concepts to test timing against the first-team defense. On his opening snap, Shedeur zipped a 5-yard slant to Cedric Tillman, the ball perfectly placed despite cornerback Greg Newsome too draped on the receiver's hip. "Nice ball, rookie," Tillman shouted, jogging back to the huddle. Next play, a play-action bootleg. Shedeur rolled left, eyes scanning downfield, before threading a 15-yard dart to David Njoku in stride. The tight end's laughter echoed as he jogged out of bounds. "Okay, Shedeur, I see you." But not every rep was polished. On his third attempt, pressured by Myles Garrett crashing off the edge, Shedeur hesitated and sailed a pass high over Elijah Moore's fingertips. Stefanski barked, "Don't hold it, Sanders. Trust the window." The rookie nodded, jaw tight, absorbing the lesson. Stat check. Shedeur versus Pickett and Gabriel morning drills. Shedeur Sanders, 8 of 11 completions, 92 yards, 0 TDs, 0 INTs, 1 throwaway under pressure. Kenny Pickett, 10 of 13 completions, 104 yards, 1 TD, a 20-yard fade to Amari Cooper, 0 INTs. Dillon Gabriel, 7 of 12 completions, 78 yards, 1 TD scramble drill, 1 INT, tipped by Denzel Ward. By lunchtime, the whispers around the media tent were that Shedeur had held his own. "He looks calmer today," one reporter murmured into her recorder. "He's not just reacting, he's dictating." Afternoon team period, the real test. After a film session and quick recovery break, The quarterbacks returned for afternoon team drills. 2-minute offense against a fired-up defense. Shedeur's unit took the field first. Ball at the 35, 1:40 on the clock, down by 4. He hit Elijah Moore on a quick out for 7. Then, sensing a blitz, he adjusted the protection, stepped back, and lofted a beautiful seam route to Donovan Peoples-Jones for 18 more. The sideline erupted. "Move it, Sanders," Stefanski shouted, voice rising with adrenaline. With 35 seconds left, Shedeur faced 3rd and 8. The defense disguised coverage, showing man before dropping into a robber zone. The rookie saw it late but didn't panic. He tucked the ball and scrambled, sliding after 9 yards to move the chains. Fans in the bleachers rose to their feet, clapping as the clock wound down. On the next play, he fired a quick hitch to Tillman to stop the clock. Then came the final snap, a red zone shot. He pump-faked, looked off the safety, and rifled a ball to Njoku near the pylon. Njoku hauled it in, touchdown. The offense mobbed Shedeur as Stefanski blew the whistle. "That's how you finish a drive," the coach bellowed, comparing the afternoon series. Shedeur Sanders, 6 out of 7 completions, 54 yards, 1 TD, 0 INTs, 9 rushing yards. Kenny Pickett, 5 of 8 completions, 49 yards, 0 TDs, 1 INT, picked by Grant Delpit on a forced throw. Dillon Gabriel, 4 of 9 completions, 61 yards, 1 TD, improvised rollout, 0 INTs. The afternoon belonged to Shedeur. Reporters noted his composure, how he adapted when the defense shifted post-snap, and how teammates responded to his energy. "He's starting to sound like a leader out there," Njoku told a cameraman as he walked off the field. The coach's perspective. In the post-practice media session, Stefanski offered his trademark measured tone. "Shedeur had a good day," he said, adjusting his visor. "You saw some growth in his decision-making. He's stacking good reps, but we're a long way from finalizing anything. Competition's still wide open." When pressed about the touchdown drive, Stefanski allowed a thin smile. "That's what you want to see, quarterbacks responding under pressure. He did that today." Beyond the stats, numbers tell one story, but the intangibles told another. Shedeur spent extra time after practice signing autographs, then returned to the field with a couple of reserve receivers to run extra timing drills as the sun dipped low. His passion was infectious, and even veteran linemen lingered to watch him work. Kenny Pickett remained the steady hand, the favorite on paper, but on day 4, it was clear Shedeur was closing ground. Dillon Gabriel, meanwhile, flashed brilliance but remained inconsistent, his risky improvisations earning both cheers and groans.